Hey everybody, Mary here. So it is Friday and it's the Ask Me Anything on the Move Up Mindset Career Community. So the topic for today is LinkedIn. And if you attended our Career Kickstart Challenge last week, we talked about LinkedIn a little bit more. But we did have a couple questions come in about LinkedIn. And if you were just getting back into the job search or new opportunity search, if it's not a job, what would you recommend to someone in terms of what they should be doing on the platform to drive, attention or traffic to your profile? So if you're a job seeker, a lot of people are very familiar in applying to jobs and getting the job alerts and notifications set up. I mean, I would definitely still encourage that, but the profile definitely serves as a great device to help you, really generate more eyeballs, if you will, on your background and, just what you do. So, and what you're interested in. So there are a few things that you can do if you are looking to do that. So one of the things that I will say, I mean, it kind of echoes the advice that we talked about last week at the challenge was, you definitely want a complete and professional profile ready to go. So there are different sections of the LinkedIn profile and they do need to be optimized. So when we say optimized, it means really at a standard that enables the algorithm to pick up your profile and connect you with people who are looking for, your background, or they are in similar circles because they have shared interests, shared backgrounds, that sort of thing. So you want to make sure, first of all, that you're giving yourself the opportunity to optimize every section that factors into the algorithm. So that usually means a complete profile. So if you don't have, say, like the about section figured out, you better do that. I would highly recommend having the headline say something other than your position, or the company that you're working for. But, you would want to possibly include something more aspirational or what you're targeting or how you'd like people to see you by way of your next opportunity. Would incorporate some sort of language like that. And then also share a bit about your experience, but also what you're looking to do next in that about section. And you do it in a way that's natural to you. Okay. Ideally, it's much more personable than, say, like a robotic statement that you're making that you can often see on resumes. So, I've often said that LinkedIn, it's not a duplicate of your resume. It shouldn't be. It's really a window to you as a person, as a professional, yes, but also should share your personality a little bit, so you share those details that you want to share, and certainly not put it all out there for the world to see, but really, giving enough so people would want to learn a bit more about you. So make sure the headline, the about section is complete. You definitely want a professional recent photo in your profile as well. You definitely want your work experience section to be current. The important thing here is a lot of times people ask, do I really need to put bullets underneath there? And do I also need to capture skills as separate fields? And the answer to these questions for me anyway would be yes. That would really bolster your chance to be picked up and found by people who use the platform to mine talent and data and all sorts of opportunities and talent matching. So again, it's kind of in the spirit of giving yourself more opportunity to contribute to the algorithm and what it's favoring. So certainly, identifying the skills that are most important and relevant for your background as actual entries into the field of skills, that's important, but also incorporating language, free form, that describe what you do on the role that you're in or have done, as well as the best kind of accomplishments or outcomes, things that you contributed to. It's not just, offering like a historical record of your duties, but we want to see really the best kind of opportunities that align with what you are looking to do. And sometimes you want to share the evidence, if you will, that show that you're really, skilled and a great resource at what you do. So that would need to be captured in the language. A couple of other things, that I would recommend if you were looking to drive more attention to your profile from recruiters or company, people and clients, I would definitely say identify what kinds of things you talk to or talk about by way of hashtags. You can follow hashtags in LinkedIn, and that will flag that you're interested in certain topics. I think you can name up to 5 that you talk about or that you're interested in, and that content and the people who follow the same hashtags are introduced to you in the feed. So by sharing what you are looking for and what you talk about, you are also, making it known to the algorithm and everything that goes along with it, that you're interested in these topics too, and you want to meet and mingle with people of the same kind of interests. So you definitely want to identify your hashtags. The last bit of advice that I would say to everyone looking to generate more views on LinkedIn is you definitely need to interact on the platform more than just liking something once in a while. We talked about this last week at the Kickstart Challenge that it really depends on you, but more engagement will generally go hand in hand with more visibility on the platform. So it's important that you engage in ways that feel good to you, that feel natural and how you want to do it. So if you're not a video person, I would not say you have to get on and do videos all the time. You might be looking to start with not just liking something that you've seen, be it an article or someone else's post, but commenting on it, and I would even say take a step further out, something that you've never done each time you're on the platform. Like if you're only commenting on people that you probably won't get too many new introductions by way of your feed or new content being introduced to you. If you're not participating and commenting and sharing, or just participating really with the content, regardless of who's sharing it with you, on the platform. So the more that you can meet and engage with things and people that you might not have met before, the better, because that opens up more opportunities to expand your circle of people who are also interested in the same things as you. Certainly the algorithm likes consistent engagement and frequent, I would say. So, I'm not necessarily saying you must do this, like every day do something, but I would say, if you were never really into posting or engaging, once every few months, you might want to start, shortening that period of time and maybe doing something once a week. And then if that goes well and you are on a roll, a few times a week even, and mixing up the ways that you're engaging. So those are the things that I would recommend. I know that a lot of people think that they should just use LinkedIn to, do research or apply to jobs, but you can actually do a lot more by engaging on the platform, and more people become available and presented to you, and, really serve as a good background to establish these contacts going forward. I would love to know what you guys think, or what you've done personally that has helped you, really heighten your visibility on LinkedIn. Would love to hear it. Feel free to comment in the course, share comments, or you can email me. All right, well, take care. Have a great weekend, everybody.